food, dance, fashion, history, storytelling, sports, and much more. Gates open at 10 a.m. sharp. Come, let's celebrate our resilient African essence. Harambe, we all hold together.
Compelling design starts with familiar elements that captivates the eyes with a fresh perspective. Most of us long for the ability to choose our surroundings. At Andy Enamored Furniture Store, we believe that your paradise should be easy as walking through your own front door. With our great line of home furnishings for you to choose from, with sofas starting from $50,000, we also custom built to suit your specifications. So come visit with us and make your choice. We also sell MDF, white pine wood and white pine plywood. Andy Enamored Furniture Store located at 7B Goodhill Public Road, East Coast, Demerara. Telephone 503-8001 or 658-4785. Layaway and financing available. Come see us first.
Stories this evening, sponsored by Courts Bringing Value Home. The Zero calls for fair process into inquiries of sexual harassment allegations against Norton. GPHC beefs up security after spate of violent attacks on staff. $45,000 schools cash grant distribution begins next Monday. And private sector concerned about businesses operated by non-compliant, non-naturalized Chinese. GCCI President. HGP Nightly News begins now. To our viewers here in Guyana and online, I'm Melissa Grant with the Thursday 20th June 2024 edition of the HGP Nightly News. We will begin tonight's broadcast by telling you that Executive Member of the People's National Congress Reform, PNCR Amanza Walton Desir, is calling for a fair process into the inquiry of sexual harassment allegations leveled against incumbent leader Aubrey Norton by member Vanessa Kissoon. Antonia Day continues to follow that developing story.
Incumbent leader Aubrey Norton, who emerged as the election's frontrunner with some 177 nominations on Wednesday, debunked allegations of sexual harassment towards Vanessa Kissoon following a social media post by Eglin Gomes. The opposition leader said that he has since engaged his attorneys on the subject and instructed them to take legal action.
I've instructed my lawyers to take legal action on this matter. May I also state that I see it as part of a political plot, since I have out-nominated my contenders, and Eglin Gomes.
Amanza Walton Desir, who is one of Norton's contenders for the party's new leadership come June 28, 2024, at the biennial Congress, said that the nature of the allegations cannot be ignored, and the matter must be addressed with the seriousness it deserves. She said it is very important to note that Ms. Kissoon was asked by Mr. Norton to come forward and speak on this matter.
And so I find it deeply troubling to see Ms. Kissoon being mercilessly attacked on social media. These attacks are unacceptable and they undermine the principles of unity, respect, and support that defines us. It is vital, absolutely vital, that we ensure a fair process for both Ms. Kissoon and Mr. Norton. You know, the truth will always set us free, and so I ask that others step back, as I will, and allow for the process to follow the necessary course of action that is appropriate in these circumstances.
The PNCR executive said that victim blaming and victim shaming must come to an end.
And we must stand against any form of victim blaming or victim shaming, especially as women. We must lean into our better angels and our God-given ability to nurture rather than naysay, to comfort rather than condemn, so that even as we find ourselves in an hour of disagreement, we can interrogate and not castigate.
Antonia Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Former chairman of the Alliance for Change, AFC Nigel Hughes, has accepted the nomination as leader of his party. Antonia Day reports.
In a joint statement late Wednesday, prominent attorney at law Nigel Hughes and party comrade David Patterson announced that Hughes will be running for the leader of the Alliance for Change. The joint statement said that after a lengthy discussion, it was decided that he and contender David Patterson would not compete against each other. Hughes informed that he and Patterson have both agreed that Nigel Hughes will accept the nomination as leader of the Alliance for Change, while Patterson will decline nomination for that position. The release further informed that, and I quote, David Patterson will, with humility and gratitude, accept the nomination for chairperson of the party. This, we agree, is in the best interest of a united AFC. End of quote. And the statement continues, we express our profuse gratitude to those groups within the Alliance for Change that have nominated David and me as candidates for various positions within the management structure of the party, and to many delegates who have called to pledge their support. End of quote. Patterson, on the other hand, said, after lengthy and robust discussions, we are of the opinion that in the best interest of the AFC and the country, that we ought not to compete against each other, but present a united front. Patterson also fully endorsed Hughes as the best candidate to lead the Alliance for Change at this time, as they lead up into the 2025 regional and general elections. He expressed confidence that with his leadership, victory at the polls will be guaranteed. Hughes, a former chairman of the Alliance for Change, said he's deeply appreciative of the great sacrifice by Patterson to decline the nomination for leader. He remarked that Patterson has given outstanding service both at the party and national levels. Hughes added that he looks forward to a joint and united collaboration in building a stronger AFC and a modern Guyana. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Antonio. Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat has signaled his ministry's intention to expand mining operations in Madhya, Region 8. According to the minister, this will significantly enhance Guyana's gold production. Carice Gonzalez filed that report.
Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat, during his recent engagement with goldsmiths and jewelers, announced upcoming plans to distribute additional mining blocks to miners in Madhya, Region 8. This initiative aims to bolster gold production as part of the ongoing efforts to support the gold mining industry.
On Friday, we're going to Madhya, where we will give out another 200 blocks to small miners again. Added to that, we have given property holdings to about 100 Guyanese miners in that same very Troy Resources area.
He added that new blocks will welcome new mining companies, and the ministry anticipates a significant boost in Guyana's gold industry.
Because we have recently signed an agreement with Reunion Gold that will, I think the production will be over 200,000 ounces annually once they start producing in 2027. AGM should start producing from this year, underground mining. They have started that, so that will increase their production as well.
Minister Bharat emphasized the inadequate recovery rate of Guyana's mining sector, underscoring the intensified focus on the industry and the enhanced emphasis on improving miners' capabilities through upgraded technology.
We only recover about 40% of the gold at any given mining, small and medium scale mining operation. So we have to get our miners to adopt to the new technology and different methods of doing things.
However, maps displaying available mining blocks are available at either the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission head office or district mining stations. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
We have more news for you after this break. Stay with us.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
In today's fast-paced world of modern finance, with its many options and opportunities, you will need good advice and help getting value for your money. Hand-in-Hand Trust is the way to go. From owning your own home or business with our residential and commercial mortgages to drive a new car with a vehicle loan, we'll help you realize your dreams. You can also access investment deposit accounts, share brokerage services, personal trust, thrift and pension plan trusteeship, property management, investment portfolio management, safe deposit boxes, the convenience of our Cambio, Western Union, and Bill Express services. Hand-in-Hand Trust for financial services and more, helping you get the most out of your financial resources and your life.
Welcome back with the HGP Nightly News. Security at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation will be heightened following an increase in violence against medical workers in recent months. Tiana Cole reports.
On Thursday, the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation GPHC, during a press conference, addressed the issue of interpersonal violence meted out to the institution's healthcare professionals. Head of the Accident and Emergency Department at GPHC, Dr. Zulfikar Box, told media operatives that within the last 3 months, there were 6 instances involving threats to staff at the A&E department, and 2 of these instances, persons carried firearms into the institution. Dr. Box noted that these issues have also been reported in other Caribbean nations and serves as an eye-opener for the healthcare system, not only in Guyana, but worldwide.
We've had experiences over the years with those instances, but my concerns are that it's occurring more frequently.
In referring to the most recent case, Dr. Box said a person who was stabbed twice to the chest visited the institution for medical care, and his assailants turned up to the A&E department for further revenge.
Came into the department and he actually he pulled out a knife and actually attempted to stab him. It did cause a small laceration. The entire department had to take siege.
Meanwhile, Chief Executive Officer of the GPHC, Robbie Rambaran, said following the attacks, the hospital has since beefed up its security presence.
We have a private security firm at the emergency. We have our own security as well, and we're going to have a lot of handheld scanners and scanners at the entrances to the hospital.
Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, GCCI, says that it is deeply concerned about the rapid increase of businesses across the country by non-naturalized Chinese who are operating unlicensed businesses. Antonio Day has the details.
Approximately 60 business owners across the country wrote to President Irfan Ali in April seeking a meeting as they bemoaned the unfair competition they endure from many non-naturalized Chinese-owned businesses that they believe to be operating without requisite licenses, permits, and certificates. President of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, also known as the GCCI, Kester Hudson told Nightly News that he and other members of the corporate sector are deeply concerned.
We would have brought up this concern, and it's not the Chinese per se, but it's China businesses that are operating here that we felt that there's an unfair advantage, an unleveled market. That is happening.
Hudson stated that the GCCI has recognized on many occasions that the quality of products coming into Guyana are questionable, as well as the billing processes and transactions conducted by many non-naturalized Chinese businesses here.
Quality of products are being questioned. Their billing processes are being questioned, and the market is not level. That is where our concern is.
Hudson said that he has engaged the investment committee on the subject. When asked if the GCCI has intentions of engaging these non-naturalized Chinese establishments, he had this to say.
We're not going to engage those businesses, but more so speak to the issue of compliance.
Okay, sir.
So the standard rule has a part to play in it.
Yes.
Because at the port of entry, they have to qualify, certify the products that are coming in.
The Guyanese Business Owners Association, in a letter to the President, stated, and I quote, "We are a consortium of Guyanese business owners and concerned citizens comprising of about 65 entities and individuals. We wish to express our serious apprehensions regarding the proliferation of non-naturalized Chinese-owned businesses, predominantly supermarkets and hardware stores throughout communities in Guyana." End of quote. 49 business owners signed the letter. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
As government continues its efforts to strengthen the legal system, close to 200 cases are currently pending in the local courts in relation to money laundering. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Annie Nandalal, during his weekly program Issues in the News, disclosed that there are currently 187 money laundering cases pending in the criminal justice system.
Now, I had to explain to the plenary that we do not control the speed at which these cases are heard and determined.
Despite the high volume of cases pending, the Attorney General said that the government was able to show that 3 aircraft, 1 luxury yacht, and a ship were all involved in drug trafficking offences.
And persons were charged and, in most of the cases, convicted. The point I am making is that one can't fault Guyana for its lack of attempts and its commitment to deal with organized crime.
The AG further added that the government has been forfeiting assets that are deemed to be from the proceeds of criminal activities or are connected to the conduct of such.
Anyone who violates the laws of this country will be subject to the legal system. If they violate the laws of another country, then they will have to face the consequences of those violations.
He said that while these offenders are entitled to due process and all facilities that the rule of law accords them, it is the government's duty to ensure that Guyanese receive those benefits, but they must face the consequences of their actions. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned. We have more news for you after this break.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Crispy, creamy, what a catch, so tasty. What a catch, with a caramel center. What a catch, and so much chocolate, ooh yeah. First it's crispy, then it's creamy, with so much chocolate, smooth and milky. And when you go a little deeper, you find caramel, ooh yeah. Oh, what a catch, you know we love you. What a catch, oh. First it's crispy, then it's creamy. What a catch.
back. You're watching the HGP Nightly News. The Ministry of Education will begin distributing the annual Because We Care cash grant to over 200,000 school students nationwide beginning next Monday. Caris Gonzalez reports.
Education Minister Priya Manikchan on Wednesday said her ministry will begin distribution of the $45,000 per child Because We Care cash grant to both public and private schools. According to the minister, more than 200,000 children attending both public and private schools will benefit from this annual distribution.
This is a grant for public and private school children who are in school. The eligibility criteria is that you have to be on the register, you have to have been attending school, and you have to have returned your textbooks to be able to access the grant.
Minister Manikchan clarified that if parents or guardians are unable to receive their grants on the designated date, they may visit the respective regional education office at a more convenient time. She emphasized that parents or guardians must bring along a valid form of identification, such as a national ID card, passport, or a verification letter, or a third party must provide an authorization letter.
If you do not have ID, someone in the community who is respected would have to identify you, such as a tusha or pastor, head teacher, or teacher. You could also authorize someone to collect for you. There is a standard authorization form that we're going to post shortly. You're going to be able to get that both in mainstream and social media.
The cash grant, which started at $10,000, has significantly increased over the years. In the 2023 budget, the government had increased the Because We Care cash grant from $25,000 per child to $35,000. In 2024, it was further increased to $40,000 per child with a uniform voucher allowance of $5,000. I am Caris Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
3 months after an 18-year-old was fatally shot at his workplace, a security guard was on Thursday charged with manslaughter. Diana Cole brings you the details.
20-year-old Deandrel Semple, a security guard of Kingley Village, West Coast, Demerara, on Thursday appeared before Senior Magistrate Fabe Azor at the Vigilance Magistrates Court, where he was slapped with a manslaughter charge in relation to the shooting incident, which occurred on March 21, 2024 at SMK Shaft Auto Sales, Lusignan, East Coast, Demerara. Semple was not required to plead to the indictable charge and was granted bail in the sum of $1 million, with the instruction that he lodge his passport with the court. He will make his next court appearance on July 8. According to reports, around 11 hours, Semple, who was on duty at the time, was carrying his service weapon, while the now deceased Jagnandan was seated in a chair a short distance away from the security officer's desk when the incident occurred. Reports indicated that at around 11 hours 8, a loud explosion was heard in the store, and upon check-in, the teen was seen lying motionless on the ground with blood about the lower section of his body. The injured man was then picked up in an unconscious state and placed in a motor car, which is owned by Cyber Security Service, and taken to the Woodlands Hospital, where he was seen and examined by a doctor. He later succumbed. The matter was then reported to the Vigilance Police Station, and acting on information received, police went to Woodlands Hospital, where the body was examined and a gunshot wound was seen on the upper left leg. Just recently, the dead youth's family members have been pushing for a thorough probe and have threatened a civil lawsuit against the security company that employed a 20-year-old as an armed guard and the auto sales company where their son worked. Meanwhile, last month, Minister of Home Affairs Robson Ben said in light of the 2 recent killings with firearms belonging to private security firms, authorities were looking to implement stricter sanctions against private security firms for deficiencies. In both cases, the minister said the private companies were required to retrain the security officers.
The immediate response was the taking away of weapons, and we are trying to find more resorts to sanction them for the deficiencies. The minister added that following the incident, reviews were conducted on the companies, weapons were removed, and more training was requested. Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Hi, my name is Keisha Davis. First of 4 siblings. I'm a mom of 3 and I'm an auditor.
My brother Tariq is a transgender man, which means he was born female but now lives as a man. He's always known himself to be.
He's great at math. I'm horrible. And he actually helps my 12-year-old daughter with her math. As soon as he gets home at night, he'll say, "Jazz, let's go. What would you like me to help you with?" She actually got a prize in school for full score at math and English. Tariq is my rock. Like, honestly, my confidant. No matter what it is, no matter how horrible it might look through others' eyes, he doesn't judge. And he is there to support me, to support my kids. I don't know my way to do that.
All the big bands, all the big names from all around the world. The return of the biggest chutney show, Clash of the Titans, June 22nd, the Guyana National Stadium, the ICC Cricket T20 World Cup weekend. This is Clash of the Titans. One big stage, one big night, over 7 big bands, over 40 artists performing. June 22nd, the Guyana National Stadium. This is Clash of the Titans.
Step right into the vibrant heart of Guyana with HGP TV's freshest series, Inside Culture. Dive deep into the pulsating core of our spirited nation as we unravel the captivating stories embedded in our arts, music, sports, and beyond. A journey to nurture your soul and celebrate our rich heritage. Join us on HGP TV, where Inside Culture brings you closer to the heart and soul of Guyana, airing Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. and rebroadcasting on Sundays.
Good evening and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Brazil. The murder of British reporter Dom Phillips in the Amazon forest 2 years ago was not an isolated crime in the region where violence against journalists has soared in recent years. As the world's interest in the Amazon as a barrier against climate change has grown, so has the work of journalists reporting on environmental and other crimes in the vast and often lawless region, but it has come at a price. There have been 230 cases of violence against journalists in the Amazon in the last decade, with 9 reporters murdered. Incidents of violence against journalists more than doubled from 20 to 45 between 2021 and 2022. Years when former hard-right President Jair Bolsonaro was in office. Bolsonaro eased environmental controls and gutted enforcement agencies to foster development in the Amazon, which spawned a boom in illegal gold mining and logging. We now bring you news from Trinidad and Tobago. The containment of the remaining 11,000 barrels of bunker fuel inside the Gulf Stream barge at Cove has resumed following last week's weather challenges and major oil leak. Last Wednesday, the Tobago House of Assembly, THA, revealed a significant volume of hydrocarbon deposits had escaped the wreckage site. The hydrocarbon release was caused by a disturbance of the vessel, likely due to adverse weather conditions. Following a meeting by Chief Secretary Farley Augustine that included THA and Energy Ministry officials, it was determined the leak was no immediate threat to the coastline. Ministry has engaged a global consultant specializing in oil spill response and prevention in case of another spill. Due to the predicted inclement weather, Alan said all stakeholders are on standby for any future leaks. We continue with news from Trinidad. A 3-judge panel at the appeal court has reserved its ruling in a legal challenge by Auditor General Jayawanti Ramdas. The appeal has to do with the decision of a High Court judge on June 3 to not grant her permission to file a claim for judicial review against the appointment of an investigative team to probe the $2.6 billion understatement in a report on the 2023 public financial accounts. After hearing legal submissions from Ramdas, lead attorney, Anand Ramagan, senior counsel, and S.C. Douglas Mendez, who is leading the case for the state, the justices said they required time to consider the arguments before arriving at their decision. A date for the delivery of the ruling was not announced by the panel. I am Carice Gonzalez. Thank you for watching.
Desir calls for a fair process into inquiries of sexual harassment allegations against Norton. GPHC beefs up security after spate of violent attacks on staff. $45,000 schools cash grant distribution begins next Monday. And private sector concerned about businesses operated by non-compliant, non-naturalized Chinese. GCCI President. Those are our major headlines for these stories and more. Please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Aletha Grant. Thanks for watching.